Factories are one of the most popular jobs for foreigners. Many foreigners inquire about factory jobs. Companies have difficulty finding factory workers, so demand is high, and the relatively high hiring rate is another reason for the popularity of factory jobs. Unfortunately, there are many foreigners who can't work in factories. In this video, we explain why many foreigners can't work in factories and how they can do so. The first and most important reason why foreigners can't work in factories is visa. Because factories are simple jobs, most foreigners can't work there with engineer specialists in humanities, international services that most foreigners have. You may be able to work in a factory for a little while, mainly in international or technical work, such as interpreter or design work. But be aware that if you only do simple work like in a factory, you'll be working illegally and may be punished. Next, I'll explain the visa that allow you to work at the factory. If you have a permanent residence visa, a residence visa, or a spouse visa, you can work in a factory. You can work not only in factories, but also in any kind of work, just like a Japanese person, because visas such as permanent residence visa have no work restrictions. Refugee visa also have no work restrictions, but there is language problems. The factory also uses some Japanese, so you must be able to communicate to some extent to be hired. You can also work at a factory if you obtain a permission to engage in activities other than permitted under the status of residence. A work permit means that you can engage in activities other than those permitted under your status of residence. For example, suppose your status of residence is student. Since you are a student, you are not allowed to do anything other than study. You need this permit to work outside of your student status. Note that you can only work 28 hours per week, so you can say that this visa is for students to work as a part-time. The next section describes how to work in a factory. If you are an engineer specialist in humanities, international services, we recommend that you change your visa to a specified skilled worker. With this visa, you can work in factories, or you can work at a factory if you obtain a permanent residence visa or marry a Japanese national. Personally, I prefer the engineer specialist in humanities international services to the specified skilled visa, because you can get a variety of jobs. Also, some jobs pay more than factory jobs. In other words, you can't work in a factory even if you want to because of visa problems. We recommend that you work in Japan, not in a factory, making use of your language skills and experience in your home country. For engineering job and language instructors, there are jobs available at the N3 level, but other jobs require N1 level Japanese. Of course, N1 certification is required. So get anyone to do the same work in Japan that you experienced in your home country. Please also check our other videos on how to study Japanese and free Japanese website to learn Japanese. We introduce jobs to foreigners residents in Japan and operate a job site. If you are looking for a job, please contact us. In this video, we are uploading a video about changing jobs. If you find this video useful, please subscribe to our channel.